Irony versus disgust. Understanding the difference and choosing the right response. Irony and disgust are two distinct ways of reacting to situations, ideas, or people, each reflecting a different emotional and intellectual stance. While irony involves a degree of intellectual engagement, using wit, sarcasm, or exaggeration to highlight contradictions or absurdities, disgust is a strong emotional rejection that conveys deep dissatisfaction or repulsion. Recognizing the difference between these reactions can help us better understand communication styles and their impact on others. Irony, a playful or critical intellectual response. Irony is not just about humor or sarcasm. It requires an awareness of contradictions and an ability to engage critically with a subject, whether it's used to expose flaws in logic, hypocrisy, or absurdity. Irony often operates with a level of detachment, allowing for subtle or indirect critique. Rather than outright rejecting something, irony plays with its meaning, often making a point in a clever or exaggerated way. Disgust, a strong negative emotional reaction. Disgust, on the other hand, is immediate, emotional, and visceral. When someone reacts with disgust, they are expressing outright rejection, often in a way that leaves no room for discussion or humor. It is an instinctive response rather than an intellectual engagement, and it typically signals moral or personal outrage. Examples of irony versus disgust. A bad movie. Irony. Wow, this is definitely the best movie ever made. The way the main character delivers every line like a robot? Pure genius. Playfully mocking its flaws, engaging with the absurdity. Disgust. This movie is so awful I can't believe anyone wasted money making it. It's painful to sit through. A direct emotional rejection. A corrupt politician. Irony. Ah yes, another promise broken. I'm shocked. Truly, this politician is a beacon of honesty, using sarcasm to expose hypocrisy. Disgust. I can't stand this person. Everything they do is corrupt and harmful. They make me sick. Expressing outright revulsion and moral outrage. A ridiculous fashion. Trend irony. Oh, so this is what peak fashion looks like. I clearly need to rethink my wardrobe. Engaging with the trend humorously, exaggerating admiration. Disgust. This looks absolutely terrible. I don't understand how anyone could wear something so hideous. Reacting with immediate rejection and distaste. A terrible meal. Irony. Delicious. Just what I wanted. Cold, undercooked pasta swimming in ketchup. Mocking the meal with exaggerated enthusiasm. Disgust. This is disgusting. I can't eat this. Who thought this was a good idea? Expressing direct revulsion. A student reacting to a teacher. Irony. After receiving a huge homework assignment, a student says, "Oh, great. I've always dreamed of spending my entire weekend writing essays. Thank you for this amazing opportunity." Using sarcasm to make a point about the excessive workload without directly insulting the teacher. Disgust. The student rolls their eyes and says, "This is ridiculous. You always give us too much work. I don't even want to be in this class." Reacting emotionally and rejecting the situation outright. Which is better, irony or disgust? Whether irony or disgust is better depends on the context and the goal of the reaction. Why irony might be better encourages critical thinking. Irony engages intellectually, inviting people to think more deeply about contradictions or flaws rather than simply rejecting them. Allows for humor and social connection. It can be playful and lighten difficult topics, making discussions more approachable. Creates distance from emotion. Instead of reacting impulsively, irony allows for a more measured, reflective response. Can be more persuasive. A well-placed ironic remark can make people reconsider their views without feeling personally attacked. Why disgust might be better expresses strong moral stance. Some things, like injustice, cruelty, or corruption, might deserve outright rejection rather than intellectual engagement. Leaves no room for tolerance of harmful ideas. In cases where humor or detachment might downplay a serious issue, disgust sends a clear message of disapproval. More honest and direct. While irony can be subtle, disgust is clear and unmistakable, leaving no doubt about a person's feelings. Conclusion: if your goal is to challenge ideas, invite reflection, or make a critique more digestible, irony is often the better choice. If your goal is to take a firm stand against something truly unacceptable, disgust might be the more appropriate response. In many situations, a balance of both is useful. Irony can make a critique more engaging, but when an issue is serious enough, outright rejection through disgust may be necessary. Understanding when to use each response allows for more effective communication, whether in casual conversation, political debate, or personal interactions.